Good morning. It is a beautiful day. I'm Kelly, and we're going to do our yoga class outside today by the garden. So, Vinyasa is a style of class we'll be doing, and that just means see if you can notice how your body moves with connection to your breath. So, let's welcome our body. If you want to take your mat outside, if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and press pause. Take your mat outside, find a pretty place, and just welcome your body first standing on the grass. So there's something lovely about putting your feet in the grass. And sometimes it feels good. And sometimes it feels like, oh no, my feet are going to get dirty. But there's beautiful benefits of being outside in nature and just placing your feet on the ground and letting those, I don't know, just the gift of the earth through the bottom of your feet, just feeling the grass, feeling the earth. We often forget, our whole world is covered in plastic and rubber soled shoes. And we just don't always earth, and earthing is a thing where you just go barefoot, put your feet in the grass and just feel the earth underneath you. So if you're inside, you can use your imagination. Let's start standing, letting your feet be about 2 fist distance apart so your knees are lined under your hips, and just take a breath, reaching up to the sky. Just noticing how you feel. You can stretch, just welcoming your body, noticing how tight your shoulders are. Maybe folding over, feeling the ground underneath you. Noticing how tight your body is. And just welcoming yourself exactly as you are. And if you're on the ground, come to your mat. And if you're already on your mat, come back to the back of your mat. Standing in Tadasana. Find your feet, let them be firmly planted underneath you. And since we're outdoors, we'll use the imagery of a tree, finding roots shooting down through the bottom of our feet. And then let your fingers reach for the ground. Maybe roll your shoulders up and back and down. Then your fingers have roots shooting out the bottom of each fingertip, and then let the palms face forward. So you notice as your palms face forward, your shoulder blades kind of roll down your spine just a little more. Find a little softness in the knees. Let the head reach for the sky and close your eyes. And if you're inside, maybe your window's cracked and you can hear nature outside. And if you are outside, listen. Breathe in the fresh air. Hear the birds, maybe the far off sound of frogs or locusts, little bugs, all the life. We're sharing the space. And you're in this quiet space. What is it that you would like for your practice today? For me today, my intention is just connecting with that which is all around me. The sky above, the earth below, all the life, the plants, the trees, the space around me. Having a deeper awareness, having that stronger connection through alignment. Take a breath, reach your arms to the sky. So grateful for this day, this time to move and breathe. Grab that intention, the thing you want most of all, and bring it to your heart, pausing, leaving a little space in between the palms of your hands. A moment of gratitude for this time to move, a space, this moment. Noticing right here if you have any other thoughts or memories that have joined you today, and you can choose to practice with all that swirling around in your mind, or set it offside, off and away from your mat, knowing that it'll be there when you're done. Letting this practice be the gift that your body and your mind and your heart need now. Big breath, arms reach all the way to the sky. Come up all the way on your tippy toes. Big breath up. And exhale, drop your heels, twisting open to one side, maybe looking all the way back to your fingertips. Connecting with your breath. Inhale, come up on those tippy toes, fingertips touch. And twisting to the other side. Looking back behind you, noticing the neck, the space in your shoulders. Breathing in all the way. One more time, tippy toes. And exhale, heels drop, swan dive. Letting your hands come to your thighs and gliding over the knees, down the shins. And maybe pausing here Releasing the neck, looking back behind you. Just noticing your legs, your thighs, your feet, appreciating it for what it is. Inhale, halfway lift, pausing here with hands at the shins. Maybe your fingertips touch the ground. The important thing is you have a nice neutral spine. So your gaze is down at the mat. You're not jutting your chin forward. Nice long length through the back of the neck. Take another breath here and fold. Bend your knees until your fingertips can touch the ground and just lengthen one leg, straightening one knee. And then bend both knees and straighten the opposite. So switching sides. Continue doing this, just switching, noticing what you feel, shaking your head. Doing both sides the same number of times, keeping that balance. And then bend both knees, tuck your chin, round your spine, and slowly rise to standing. All the way, heads electing to lift, and shoulders roll up and back and down. Inhale, arms to the sky, big breath up. And exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, arms sweep off to the side, root down to rise. These little halves and salutations and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, arms outstretched in front, root, rise, a little micro bend all the way at the top. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms lift. Swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, look ahead. As you fold over, walk your hands out and find yourself in downward facing dog. Pausing here to pedal and sway. Just exploring, being curious about your legs, your ankles, your calves, your shoulder harness. And then roll to plank. And maybe you have a friend joining you on your mat. Holding nice and strong, feeling the strength in your arms and legs and core. And then set the knees down, send the hips all the way back. Pausing here, let all the air out. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the hips down. Inhale, press through the arms, high cobra, breathe in. And pull the belly in towards the spine, send the hips all the way back. Exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Connect with your breath. Inhale, rise. Shift forward, drop the hips. Press through the arms, lift, inhale. Activate the core, send the hips back. Let's do that 2 more times. Connect with your breath. Drop the hips. Press, breathe in. And back. Last time. And this time, as you send your hips all the way back, take your knees wide, toes together, send your hips back, and come into child's pose. Pausing here for a moment. Maybe your hands pressed down into the ground, your forehead on the ground. Maintaining contact, just roll your head side to side, a little forehead massage. And then look towards your hands. Walk them out wide and far in front and come up onto strong tented fingertips. So only the tips of your fingers are touching, almost as if they're a little cupcake underneath each hand. Take a breath there. And as you exhale, we're going to take the right hand, flip the palm underneath the left arm, and come onto the right shoulder. And you can stay here on strong tented fingertips on the left side, or take that arm all the way back around, holding on to opposite hips. And if you're outside, open your eyes. Find something beautiful in nature that makes you smile. And if you're inside, close your eyes and think about something beautiful in nature that makes you smile. Big breath in and let it out. If your hand was in a bind, bring it out front. If it's out front, strong. Activate that arm, press yourself up. And let's switch sides. So the right hand comes out, the left hand flips underneath, coming down. And again, you can stay here with that strong arm or reach back around in a little half bind. This is your body. So do what feels right for you. And what felt right on one side might not feel so good on the other. Taking a nice little breath in. If your hand was in a bind, then line. And if it's outstretched, activate, press up, both hands out, and then set the palms down, walking them back towards the body. Coming up onto knees, bring them so your knees are underneath your hips. Tuck your toes and continue walking those hips back, stretching out the arches of your feet. So, stretching out the feet, reach your arms back behind. Maybe you find your feet and even give them a little rub. Take your hands interlaced and the knuckles all the way down, opening across the front of the heart and hinge forward. Let your forehead find your mat. Gently, with control, set it down, lifting the knuckles all the way up. And then untuck your toes. Send the hands back to the seat and lift, coming all the way up onto high knees. Big breath up. Twist open to the right. Inhale up. Twist open to the left. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Or downward facing kitty. Roll to plank and hold. Feel the strength in your arms and legs and core. Let all the air out. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, knees down, whole body down. Inhale, low cobra. Set it down. Inhale, high cobra, pressing through, finding that stretch through the front of the body, feeling the low back and down. Press yourself up to table, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Nice. Bend your knees, look ahead, figure out how you're going to get to the front of your mat and arrive. And fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, root to rise all the way, micro bend at the top, looking up at the heavens, grateful for the sky. And exhale, feeling your feet as your hands come to your heart. So above and below as it is within. Bring your arms to the sky, big breath up, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step the left foot back, drop the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, down. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Roll to plank. Shift forward, exhale, down. Inhale, low, high, or upward facing. And make your way to downward facing. Step the left foot all the way through. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands down. Back foot meets the front. Forward fold. Pause here. Feeling up the backs of your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Bend, root to rise all the way, going through our flow. Breathing in, opening to the right. Inhale up, opening to the left. Inhale up, and swan dive down. Halfway lift. Fold. Step the left foot back, drop the knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, down. Right foot meets the left, downward facing dog. Roll to plank. Inhale, shift forward. High to low. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left leg steps through. Drop the back knee. Arms lift. Hands to knees. Breathe in. Hands down. Back foot meets the front. Forward fold. Pause in here. Ardha, halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise all the way up. Twist to the left. Inhale up. Twist the other way. Breathe in and fold. lift. Fold this time, step the right foot back, drop the knee, untuck the toes. Breathing in, breathing down, step back. Breathe into plank and down. Back bend of choice. Downward dog. Right foot forward. Drop the knee. Arms lift. Hands down. Back foot meets the front. And fold. Root to rise. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Swan dive down. Halfway lift. And fold. Right foot back. Arms to the sky. Hands down. Step back. Roll to plank. Shift forward and down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Bend your knees. Look ahead. Make your way to the front and fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise all the way up. One more time. Twist to one side. And up to the other. And up. And hands to heart. Let your thumb knuckles rest on your sternum. Close your eyes and find your center. Softness in the knees. Lock through the feet. Lifting through the crown of the head. Be in this moment now. Inhale up. Swan dive down. Let's add on. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Toes come together, heels separate. Reach those arms back behind you. Palms facing the sky. You're looking at the ground. Maybe you're looking at your toes. Look a little ahead of your toes. Let those arms reach back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Sweep your arms all the way up. Utkatasana. Staying here. Feeling the mat spread side to side, activating the outside of your legs. Breathing and lengthening everything. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to twist to the right. You can open your arms wide, or you can take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So take a breath here to prepare. And twist. If your knee is separated, bring them back so they're parallel. Let the top hand press down into the bottoms, deepen the twist, and then open your arms and see if that feels good. We'll stay here for a few breaths as you look down at the ground and up at the sky, just noticing what feels good, what needs to change. And exhale, hands to heart, lengthen through the legs, release your neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Sink your bottom. Sweep those arms back behind you. Find that strength through the upper back. Or maybe you lift all 10 toes, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And sweep those arms all the way up. Utkatasana. Find this place where there is effort and ease. So travel through your body right here. Where are you finding yourself working the hardest? And where can you find softness? I just noticed I was furrowing my brow. Relax the eyebrows. Maybe open your jaw wide. Let your jaw be soft. Take a breath. Lengthen through everything. Microphone at the top. And exhale. Sink back down. Hands to heart. We're going to twist in the other direction. Take a breath to prepare. Your way is exactly what you need to do. And twist. Knees are parallel. Press down and expand. Being kind to your neck. Noticing the alignment of your body here, twisted and folded all at the same time. And exhale, hands to heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back if you'd like to take a Vinyasa flow. Notice how your body movements are directed by the flow of your breath. So find your plank here, knees up or down, your choice. Take a breath, let all the air out. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, back bend of choice. Linger and then make your way to downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Rotate that ankle round and round. Exhale, shift forward, knee to chest. Inhale to the sky. Bring it in, shift forward. One more time up. This time, step it all the way through. Keep the back heel lifted and rise up, high crescent lunge. Take a breath, lengthen through that front leg. Exhale, sink back in, hands come together, hinging forward. Bring it to the outside of your left knee. Pause there, release the bind. Open your left arm off to the side, maybe all the way to the back of the mat. Leave your left hand there, but lift the right arm parallel to the ground. Beautiful twist through, opening to the left side of your mat. Take your left hand to the back of the right thigh, and then find your right thumb with your eyes. Track your thumb as you lift all the way up, reaching up, keeping that balance. And then exhale, open to the front of your mat. Lift your arms, lengthen through your legs and hinge. Coming down, hop the back foot in, step the heel down for pyramid. So if you have blocks, if the earth is far away, use those, but notice the softness in your knees, the back of your neck. A little fold over that front leg, sending your left hip back just a little more. And we'll walk your hands forward, letting the right foot float off the ground, toes pointing to the ground, standing split. If you want to add a little challenge, let your fingertips hover or maybe hold on to your left ankle. Breathe. Notice the place of effort, ease, and concentration. If your fingertips are floating, plant them, softly bend the left knee, drop the right foot down to the ground and rise up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So the heel is on the ground, knee is shifted over ankle. Your hips are mostly facing forward. So if it feels like it's tweaking your back knee, kick your heel back a little more towards the back of your mat, but knees over ankle. Let your hands come to your ribs. Take a breath. Lift your arms to the sky. Take a breath, lengthen. Exhale, shift that shin forward and cactus those arms. 2 more times. Feel your back. 1 more time. And all the way, elbows find ribs. Interlace. Knuckles all the way down that back leg. Big breath here. And exhale, humble warrior. Hinging forward, letting those knuckles lift up off the low back. Looking back behind you. Inhale, lift the back heel, lift the arms. And down go the hands, step back. If you'd like to take a vinyasa flow, let it feel good for you. There's no prize in winning a race here. Let it be slow, controlled, let it feel good. Each movement has its own breath. Nice. Right leg finds the sky. Rotate the ankle round and round and exhale, shift forward. Send it up. Draw it in. 1 more time. Step that foot all the way through. Keeping the back heel lifted and rise up. All right. Finding your foundation first. Widen your stance if you're feeling wobbly. Take a big breath here. Interlace those fingers and exhale, hinge forward, bringing them to the outside of the right knee. Release the bind, open the arm off to the right, maybe towards the back of your mat. Looking at your left hand, let that open so arms are parallel to the ground. Finding your right hand, let the right hand find the back of the left thigh. Find the left thumb with your eyes and watch as it floats up to the sky. And bring it down. Lift your arms, let them rotate towards the front of the mat, and then all the way up, lengthen and hinge. Let the hands come down, hop the back foot in, coming into your pyramid. And again, just a time for you to explore, maybe sending the right hip back ever so slightly. Maybe you notice your hips, tightness in your hamstrings, and that's fine. Just moving with ahimsa, loving kindness and least harm. Walking your hands forward so the left leg lifts up off the ground, standing split. So the toes of the left foot are pointing to the ground. Maybe you let your hands hop, or maybe this side doesn't want to, and that's okay too. Hello, my friend. Hello. Hello. Set the back foot down, set the heel down, and rise up. Oh my goodness. Yes, we love yoga in this house. Find your foundation, find your hips. Take a moment and take a breath. If you're inside, what brings you joy? If you're outside, what is Mother Earth and Mother Nature given to you that brings you happiness? Say thank you for that. Lift your arms to the sky, take a deep breath in, and exhale, shift forward. Breathing in joy, breathing out gratitude. One more time, breathing in all that happiness for the beautiful earth, and exhale, just so grateful we get to enjoy it. Reach your arms behind, knuckles reach down that back leg, big inhale, and exhale, hinge forward, humble warrior. Upside down with a different perspective. Sometimes it's all it is a perspective shift. Going from a place of funk and anger, frustration, to a place of gratitude. And it's hard to be grumpy when you're thankful. Take a big breath. Lift your back heel, lift your arms, and exhale. Hands come down, step back. Take a vinyasa flow if you like. Stay here and enjoy downward dog. I will find you back here. Nice. Looking ahead, bend those knees, hop to the front of your mat, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold, bend, rooting to rise all the way through the arms, and exhale, hands to heart. All right, so coming onto the long edge of our mat, let's take our feet, toes out, heels in, reach our arms all the way to the sky, big breath up, and exhale, sink down. So noticing that those knees are opening up over your ankles, not staying inward. See how, maybe you can take your hands inside of your knees and press them open just a little more. And then once they're open, lift those arms and cactus them off to the side. Feeling your shoulder blades squeeze together. Lift one heel and set it down. Lift the other heel and set it down. Lift both heels. Sink your seat a little lower. And you can set your heels down if you want, or keep them lifted as you lengthen through your legs and your arms. Big stretch through the body. And coming right back into that temple or goddess pose. And when you're ready, set the heels down. Hands come to the hips, lengthen. Toes forward, heels back. Reach your arms around, interlace, take a big breath up towards the sky, and exhale. Wide leg forward fold. Slowly bend your knees. Reach your arms to the sky. Big breath. Pivot the left toes to the left. Kick the right heel to the right. Coming into warrior two. Taking a moment or two here. Finding your shoulders. Finding the strength in your arms. A vinyasa practice is noticing how your body moves with the connection of your breath, but there's also a time for stillness. Single pointed focus. Flip that front palm and inhale, sun warrior. Breathe in, touch the sky. As you exhale, reach back behind you. Your right arm can glide down or reach for the opposite hip. Rise up. Bend the elbow, form finds thigh, open the ribs, side angle. You can sweep that arm all the way around, long line of energy. Maybe your left hand finds the ground. Or if you'd like to join me, reach back for a bind and enjoy what that feels like. If you're in a bind, slowly unwind, press yourself up, lengthening through that front leg. Back hand goes down, left arm up to the sky and reach back behind you. Inhale up, right hip goes back, left arm reaches far forward, and then to the outside of your leg. Open your ribs, arm lifts. Feeling yourself lifting up to the clouds, not necessarily trying to touch the earth, but feeling that connection below you. Find your obliques working hard and lift all the way up and sink. Inhale, pivot all the way up. Pivot your toes to the right, kick the heel back to the left, and come into your warrior two on this side. Adjusting shoulders, arms, reminding ourselves that we are our own teacher. Just listen to the wisdom, becoming aware of the alignment, the connection through our feet, the connection to that which is above, and that which is within. Flipping that front palm, inhale up, breathe in. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale up. Bend the elbow, form finds thigh. Open the ribs, arm lifts. You can let the right arm drop down if you want. Then sweep that top arm around, dropping the hips a little lower, extended side angle. And if you're working on your bind, then reach back around. A little deeper stretch here. Unbind thyself and press, lengthening through that front leg. Backhand drops. Breathing up to the sky and then reaching back behind you. Inhale up. Left hip back. Right arm reaches forward. Softness in the knees. You bring it to the outside of the leg. Opening the ribs. Arm lifts. Where do you feel that connection? Below or above or within your own self? Lift those fingers. Lift yourself up. Thinking one more time. Pivot your toes forward. Reach your arms back behind. Take one more big breath here. And wide leg forward, fold. Bend your knees. Sink your bottom. Reach your arms to the sky. And then exhale your hands to heart. Stepping back to the back of your mat. Inhale all the way up. And fold. Halfway lift. And walk yourself out to downward facing dog. Left leg finds the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, and draw a big circle with your knee in both directions. And then bring that same knee forward to your left wrist, setting the foot on the right side of your mat. And send that right leg back. So we're coming into pigeon. Before you lower yourself, walk your hands up. Find the front knee, the back hip, and draw a line of energy, squeezing, strengthening this whole pelvic bowl area. And lift your arms to the sky. Take a breath here, connecting below and above. And then hinging, reaching those arms forward with control. And then gently setting yourself down. Coming to the pigeon space that you need. So if that's full surrender, if it's on blocks, whatever feels right for you. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Gentle inhale through the nose. Nice, pressing yourself up. Send that left leg back to downward facing dog, a little pedal, gently acknowledging, ooh, yep, a little tightness, a release. And then lift that right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hips, drawing a big circle in both directions. Lengthening and bringing that knee forward. Again, you can go straight down if you like. I like to take a moment to build strength, so that diagonal energy, drawing in, firing up my core, lifting up the fingers to the sky. Take a big breath and then hinge forward. Find the strength in your back, your core, and then let those hands come to the ground, settling yourself down to the place that feels best for you. If you're inside, you can close your eyes and come back to that place that is most peaceful and harmonious for you. And if you're outside, like I am, maybe you take your time and you look at the grass, feeling the earth, noticing all the life, connecting with it. As you breathe in and out, bring your awareness to your forehead and your jaw and your shoulders, your hips. Are you clenching or gripping? If so, just squeeze and then release. Take another breath in and slowly press yourself up. Send that leg back one more time. And bring your knees down, knees under hips, hands, wrists, elbows, and shoulders in alignment. And let's move to a cat or cow or two. So the heart lifts, the tail lifts, the belly drops as you breathe in. Notice that pause. And then exhale, rounding through the top of the back, tucking the tailbone, maybe looking between your knees as you tuck your chin. Inhaling to rise to cow. And slowly exhaling to cat. Nice. Go ahead and bring your knees to one side, setting your bottom down, and bring your legs out in front. So staff pose, the knees are mostly straight, but they're not locked. Your toes are up to the sky. Maybe give them a wiggle and reach your arms up to the heavens. Taking a big breath here. Notice how long your spine is. See how straight you can keep your spine as you hinge forward. And maybe you don't go very far, and that's okay. We're not judging ourselves or being critical. But this will help find space later. Take another breath in. And now, if you need to bend your knees around your spine, go ahead and do that now. Going over a little further, and wherever your hands touch, whether it's your knees or your calves, ankles, or feet, give that part of your body a little hug. A little squash, a little squeeze. And walking your hands up towards the body. Take the right leg off to the right a little, bending the left foot in towards the thigh. Finding that elongation through the spine, and then let your belly shift so that it's tracking over that long extended leg. Arms lift, long spine, softness in the knee, hinge forward. Take another breath here. And now fold over, let the left hand come to the outside of the right leg. And walking your hands all the way back, coming to a sit. Let the left hand come behind the left hip. For reaching the right arm over, you can press through the feet and the knees to lift your hips. Nice little counter stretch. And then set it down. And then switch sides. So the left leg is off to the left a little, right knee is bent, foot into the left thigh, and then track the belly over the long leg and arms extend, flexing that foot. Take a nice big breath in and keeping the length, just hinge. Take another breath And now fold. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left leg somewhere. Walking yourself all the way back up with the right hand plants behind you. Left arm floats up and you can press down to lift the hip up and reach back. And set it down. Nice. I'm going to sweep my legs around, knowing that I have room to roll onto my back. Before I do, I'm going to hinge back, holding onto the backs of my thighs, letting those toes float, and coming into Navasana. So the feet can float, or maybe the toes just barely hover. Clasp your hands, and we're going to bend the left elbow, bringing it over to the left side. And then up. Maybe the feet float higher. Bend the right elbow over to the right side. And to center, maybe the feet float higher. One more time, either side. Hug the knees in and roll onto your back. Nice, a little rock side to side. Holding on to the kneecaps, take them in a little semicircle or full circle. Just keeping the balance, doing the same thing in both sides, both directions. Plant the feet at the base of the hips, palms face down, and press, lifting the hips up in a little bridge. Just notice your spine. You don't have to do anything fancy. Not looking away. And taking another breath. And then as you exhale, slowly setting down all the vertebrae, pressing them down into the ground. Take your feet wide, arms can tee off, and just windshield wiper side to side. Let's do that one more time. Feet plant, arms down, take a breath, and press, lifting those hips up. Maybe this time you walk your shoulder blades closer together, interlacing those fingers and pressing the knuckles down into the mat to lift your hips even higher. Release. If your hands are in a bind, gently set your hips down and hug your knees into your chest. Send the feet all the way to the sky, pressing the heels, pointing the toes, rotating your ankles round and round. And we're going to take our feet up into a shoulder press. So, hiya, yourself up, sending those legs all the way. Activate your inner thighs. If this doesn't work for you, then you can just stay with your feet reaching up to the sky. Activate your legs. You're not looking around, just amazed at how tall your feet are. And then if you'd like to, begin to hinge the hips, reaching those feet overhead for plow with control, nice and easy. And if you like to, you can separate those knees, letting those toes come to the ground. Gently, carefully, lift your legs to the sky. And then slowly roll all the way to the ground. And maybe you rock up to a seat. One more time on our back. Send the right leg long, keep the left leg in, flexing your foot, let the leg open off to the left. Notice that your right hip doesn't lift off the ground. You can look over your right shoulder. And then cross that knee over towards the right. Maybe your right hand helps to press the leg down. Notice the left shoulder does not lift. You can cactus or send your arm off to the side as you look beyond your left fingertips. Take another big inhale. And then exhale, let your legs be long. Reach your arms overhead, full stretch. And then hug your knees in again. Send them all the way up. Separate and come into a happy baby. Hug it in this time. Let the left leg be long. Right knee flexes open to the right. And then cross that knee over to the left as you look beyond your right arm. And untwist yourself. Send your legs long and arms overhead, full long stretch. One more hug in. And then set yourself up for Shavasana. Legs are long to the bottom of your mat. Ankles are heavy and toes fall off to the side. Shoulder blades come a little closer together so the palms can face the sky. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, let all the muscles in your body relax and become heavy, allowing your bones to sink, your eyes to sink back, your jaw to soften. And allow your practice to integrate back into your body. The mind wanders, just say, I see you, thought, and let it float on by like a cloud in the sky. Or you can count your breaths. Or let your body become heavy, maybe even doing a body scan, just thanking each part of your body. And as you get to that part of your body, let it relax. Nice, easy breath in. Becoming aware of the space around you. You don't have to open your eyes just yet, but open your ears and listen. Maybe turning your head gently side to side. Opening and closing your fists. Wiggling fingers and toes. Reaching your arms overhead. Nice long body stretch. And then hug everything in. Acknowledging your effort that you put into your practice today. And tell yourself you love you. Because I do. You should too. Let your body roll to one side, pausing just for a moment. Noticing how you feel. And when you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up into a seat. Letting the hands rest wherever it feels best for you. Take one more moment just for you. Noticing the energy on the surface of your skin flowing through your body. Then bring your hands to your heart, leaving space to hold that intention you set for yourself today. Whatever it was you needed, I hope you found that on your mat and you take that with you as you go through the rest of your day. Keep your joy, share your smile, keep your strength. You make this world a better place. Next time, namaste. Well, thanks for practicing. This little kitty is Elliot. He's not called Elliot. No one actually calls him that. I call him Kitty. Kit Kat. I think one kid even calls him like Ernie or Nestle. He's got to tell the names. He's a ferocious tiger. So thank you for letting him join me. I think a dog popped in too. But most importantly, thank you. And I will see you next time. Bye.